Hey everyone, welcome back to Crypto Cash. Thanks again for joining me here. Hope you're having a phenomenal day. Taking a quick look here at Terra Classic. Good old LUNC, we're going to see a little bit about this descending trend that has just broken through, and then also talk about the great potential here for the price action to continue higher, because we can see we just broke through this most recent high, which was a previous resistance level, likely going to turn into a support. But we are just barely about an hour into this candle, so it's not official we're going to break that level, but it's a good sign here nonetheless, okay? So we'll talk about the potential there, but this is looking like it might be ready to rock and roll. Okay, so if you're new to the channel, just know I'm not a financial advisor. Love to teach people trade. I hope you can learn something today. You could jump on over to our Twitter, Telegram, or Discord. Make sure you like the video. Check out our community. We got a phenomenal community here. Great group of folks. A lot of fun, actually. We actually have a good time, and it also comes with a premium group and our plus. Our plus group is my day trading scalping bot. We scalped Ethereum today, twice, a Litecoin, Matic, XRP, Matic, Solana. That's just since yesterday afternoon. Also for our swing trades, we took some nice profits from Bell, 2 separate trades, 128, 129%, VET 155, Crow 45, Cartesi 51. The list pretty much goes on. The last 24 to 40 hours have been monstrous for us. I'll actually post those results here soon so you guys can see that. But again, congrats to our community members. If you're considering joining, there are limited slots available. CryptoCash.tech is the link down below. So with Terra Classic, what we want to do is jump into the kind of the daily time frame and work our way down, because we've broken the descending trend on the smaller time frames, but we want to see if there's anything to identify in the larger. Now, there's not too much to note here. It's just kind of interesting behavior where the price shoots all the way up, comes down to double, I wouldn't say double bottom, but it's effectively, we can see a solid closure there on the candlestick at about 17.7. So 17.7K is essentially that potential support level. We can see the price action working ascendingly as there, so still concurrent with the ascending trend, which we're going to draw this line out here as well. Because a lot of times the ascending trend lines will work concurrent with moving averages. Okay, now this is not an exact same line, it's not parallel, but the 20-day SMA will start to contract and get closer to this as the price goes up. If it doesn't, we want to pay attention to that. What I'm getting at here is the 20-day SMA is a good trend setter and letting us know that we are on the right side of tracks. So I do that trend line out just to kind of get perspective on what that's going to be close to at this level. We got to recognize there is a fair value gap that's only been partially filled. So we got somewhere in the range of about 15,500 as a potential low point if the price were to pull back. Okay. Other than that, everything else is looking pretty solid. We can see RSI and the money flow index fairly high. That's a good sign. With stochastic swinging down, that's actually really good, because if that starts to swing up, we could very well see a lot of momentum. And the MACD hasn't diverged at all. It's still converging. So really good stuff there in that sense. We're starting to lose that momentum to the downside, which is a great sign. So daily, we can summarize, is looking pretty good. What does the 4-hour tell us? Well, just to clarify really quick, we got a solid amount of volume profile, the most amount right here at about 20,200, which is likely a new support level. Okay, so again, that's where we see the most amount of volume, and volume speaks very loud, no pun intended, but it is absolutely an area in which can work as a resistance or support. So with us being above that level, there's a solid chance we're going to be able to see the price action continue higher if it comes back down to retest that level. Okay, again, nice to be on the right side of the tracks there, but the average true range for Terra Classic right now is roughly 20,000 as a round number. That said, if we take a look at TD sequential, we got a nice little reset. There's nothing crazy here. We're still early in this continuation. We look at the moving averages. We're back up over the 50-day SMA and the 20. Extremely important. We can close this 4-hour candle above 20,500. I think we're going to be ready, set, rock and roll. We take a look at Elliott Wave in the 4-hour time frame. It does also imply that we are only about halfway through our continuation phase. In other words, we've established 2 higher highs and 2 higher lows, our 1, 2, 3, 4, and we're looking for our 5th, basically, or 3rd higher high to give us our 5 on Elliott Wave. Okay. Keep in mind too, once you hit that level, it usually comes down to perform an ABC, 2 lower lows and a lower high. Okay. But we're not there yet, so likelihood of this price action breaking through this level here at about 28,000 is considerably high, especially with all this volume and liquidity here. That level is going to be swept here pretty hard. So if the price starts getting closer to here, you absolutely want to be careful considering a short position. That said, let's take a look at the hourly and wrap this up here for you, and just note a couple of quick little factors here I think that are important on the hourly. I'm sure you know where I'm going to go with this here, the good old Ichimoku cloud. Oof, that's perfect. Exactly what we're looking for there. Again, I like to see 2 or 3 hours of consolidation above the cloud. Cloud dropped so quickly that it came up pretty fast and easy, so we are fairly safe to say that we're confirming above the cloud. Lagging span is extremely free and clear of price action, conversion lines above the baseline giving us that momentum. So this is 3 out of 3 indications to not only leave your long position open, but also to consider one. So to me, I would consider a long position here at this level of about 20,700. So again, the price pulls back right there to consolidate that previous resistance level. Basically a 4-hour candlestick closure. Had difficulty crossing that level. That would be a great place to get in. Granted, you could get in now and probably still be safe, but for the most part, I prefer to buy the dip and or the pullback and kind of consider something like that versus just jumping in when the price is high. Again, it's not that big of a difference, honestly. It's only about 3%, but I don't know. To me, I'd rather wait for a better opportunity than to kind of FOMO in, even if it's going to continue to run. I have no problem if the price goes all the way straight up and I miss my opportunity. That's just kind of the way it goes. There's tons of opportunity out there. Try not to force a trade. Anyways, easier said than done, I recognize that. But that's exactly how I try to look at the trades. Last but not least, TD sequential, we're at a 2. We got a nice little reset here. Really, this is looking like a pretty solid little situation for Terra Classic. So I think we're in good shape here. Honestly, this has my stamp of approval with everything I see here so far, that a long position is much more viable than a short. Bear in mind, we still got a few confirming factors, but there's a larger statistical probability of the price going higher here now that we've broken this. But if you want to be extra safe, excuse me, wait for the 4-hour candlestick to close above this previous resistance at about 20,700. That would be a good place to consider entry. Again, that's why I got my alert set there in case the price pulls back. We can potentially jump in for a better price, but that's kind of where we're at. It's definitely looking pretty good though. Solid situation here for Terra Classic. All right, folks, hope you have a great rest of your day. Excuse me. Thank you so much for watching. Oh, please like the video before we go and do yourself a favor. Join the best exchange in the world. Again, my personal opinion, but they have trailing stop losses. Primarily no KYC, no VPN. Link down below for that. If you use my link, you'll benefit from these significant rewards. We have trading competitions, a lot of cool stuff coming up here soon. Thanks again for watching. We'll see you again in the next one.